I'm April, and welcome to Celebrate Life. This is a video interview that we're doing with people that all over the country, all over the United States, all over the world, who have reasons to be celebrating life, to be celebrating their lives and where their lives have been, where they're going, and where they will go. And today I have with me Kelley Sheppard, and she used to be an Alaskan, and she is now a Floridian. So, Kelley, I want to welcome you to the program today.
Hello, thank you. Thank you for asking me to do this.
It's exciting when we can get together and share, and I love that we can do it through technology and be able to be on, each other's living rooms, so to speak, just sharing and talking and visiting.
Yes, it is fun.
Kelley has quite a little story. She's been down quite a path. She's been through many different experiences that have happened. And just kind of briefly, Kelley, talk to me a little bit about what was going on in your life just kind of before you and I connected.
Well, before we started connecting, and I was kind of exploring my life path, I was in a dental hygiene program in Anchorage. And I remember popping in and out of your store a few times, and I knew that there was something I could learn from you, and there was a lot that you could teach me. But it was a slow process for me. It took about 2 years when I really knew I needed you, and it was time for me to learn, and it was time to get my path really started. I was working one day, and I was working with a woman who was pregnant, and while she was in my chair, I knew that the baby that she carried was going to die. And my whole life I have had those premonitions, things happening, thinking like that, and I just always ignored it, thought I was crazy, things, and that's what happened this time too. I was like, oh my gosh, how could I think such a horrible thing, this beautiful person and this baby? And sure enough, 3 weeks later, the baby did die during labor, and I lost it, and I came to you, walked through your door, and that's where it all got started. A hard situation to get the process started, but that's just how it had happened.
And also in your life, I know from talking and the many things that we've talked about, you went through a lot of different things. You've experienced a lot of different types of hardships, different types of learning, just kind of that school of hard knocks, didn't you?
Yes, yes I did. I grew up in a Catholic home, and I had your very typical Catholic upbringing. And I used to be bitter, but now I've actually come to accept it and been very thankful for that. I went down very interesting, rebellious roads as a teenager, and I also tried to find your typical society-accepted paths, new different churches other than Catholicism. So my path for me really is where am I spiritually with myself and accepting myself, and how I believe in my heart and what has been there all along. And now I've been kind of handed a really interesting, very interesting new part on my path, the dragons.
Yes, yes. And we're going to talk about your dragons here in a little bit. I'm really excited about that. As I've been working with Kelley, and as Kelley has been developing, she's become quite the sidekick, I'm going to call her. We have a lot of fun together. We like to learn and share together a lot. And I think one of the experiences that you really had a blast with was doing the shaman's death.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. And actually, I still do them here in the ocean, but we have to be careful because you float, and my husband has to push me down in the water to let people sink, because I don't want them to think that you're drowning him.
You don't want him to think you're drowning him. He's drowning you.
But the shaman's death was, while I was learning and taking like reality, which definitely was a life changer for the better for me. I had baggage. I had things that I really needed to let go of, and I haven't found any other way to really heal some of the old hurts, except for the shaman stuff. I did do therapy for many years, and I loved it. I healed a lot with counseling, but it was like I picture it as the judge with the gavel, decisions made. The shaman's death was it. It's gone. It's okay. Yeah, it happened, and I'm fine, and I'm moving on.
You
So
kind of released ownership.
yep, and
Excellent.
healed a lot, and healed even things. And another wonderful part about the shaman's death is seeing other people do it. How they change and they transform, and they are able to just let go, even if they have no idea what it is that they're letting go of. They're still healing. It's amazing.
It
As
is.
healers, we like seeing people heal.
It's phenomenal because when we do the shaman's death, we actually take photographs, and as we're taking those photographs and you go back looking through them, you can see where some of the hurt and pain is showing up in the face, and then as they're underwater, how that's beginning to just be removed, and how it's just, the photographs we get from that alone are just amazing. That's healing within themselves. I had one gal that when we did her shaman's death, we were at a swimming pool and we were doing the death together. You were with me that particular weekend, and as she went under, there was this big spot on the top of her head, and later we come to find out that that was the exact spot where when she was a little child and she was in this really serious automobile accident, where the intensity of all of her damage was. And it was just like, wow, you could see where that was releasing and healing. So the shaman's death, I think, is just phenomenal, and I'm so glad you've had such a positive. It was cute during one of the weekends, you brought, 3 or 4 friends and said, come on, we're all going to do this together, and it was really a neat time.
Like, crazy, what is this? This is strange. It's like, well, what do you expect from me? Just not roll now.
Well, it is kind of sad for me because now you're down in Florida, but then again that turns around and becomes kind of exciting because we've talked about the options of expanding our business now to encompass Florida, because you're now a link in Florida, which is going to open up White Wolf Enterprise to go even further and be able to connect with one another that way, and with clients there on a more personal basis. So I'm really excited that I'm actually going to be able to travel there. I'm actually going to be able to come and do some work there through working with you in that manner, and I'm really excited about that beginning to unfold, beginning to happen, and beginning to become a reality. We're getting ready to go on a couple trips together.